Welcome to this explainer. Look, applying for Medicaid in West Virginia can seriously feel like an endless waiting game, right? Well, today we're cutting right through that bureaucratic maze. We're going to break down exactly how to track your Medicaid application status online so you can completely avoid those scary coverage gaps. If you're feeling that waiting period anxiety, trust me, you are definitely not alone. But here's the thing, you've got the power to take control here. You don't have to just sit by the mailbox crossing your fingers for a letter to arrive. By checking your status online, you can actually stay ahead of the game and be totally proactive. All right, here's our action plan for today's explainer. 1. We'll cover why checking your status matters. 2. Setting up WV Path. 3. Linking your case. 4. Navigating those status updates. 5. Troubleshooting issues. And finally, 6, your resources and next steps. Okay, let's dive right into Section 1. Why check your status? So federal rules actually mandate that standard Medicaid application reviews really shouldn't take more than 45 days. Now, if you're applying based on a disability, that timeline bumps up to 90 days. But think about this. What if the state needs a document from you and the request gets lost in the mail? Bam, your application stalls. In fact, missing a state request is literally the #1 reason people get denied for procedural reasons. Monitoring your status online means you can catch those requests instantly instead of relying on the Postal Service. Moving right along to Section 2, setting up your WV Path account. There's been a massive shift recently in how West Virginia handles these applications. If you are used to the old legacy system, Inroads, well, forget it, it's completely retired. It's been fully replaced by the new mobile-friendly WV Path portal. And this is crucial. Even if you had an old Inroads account, you have to create a brand new WV Path account from scratch. No exceptions. So how do we actually get in? First, head over to wvpath.wb.gov and create your unique Optum Gov ID. When you do this, please use a strong password. Throw in uppercase letters, numbers, special characters, because you are protecting highly sensitive health data here. Next, they're going to ask you some security questions based on your public records. It kind of feels like pulling a credit report, but this strict verification is exactly what keeps your info locked down and totally private. All right, on to Section 3, linking your case file. Picture this. You've set up your shiny new account, you log in, and nothing. Your dashboard is totally empty. Don't panic. The web portal and the state's backend database operate asynchronously, meaning your old info doesn't just magically appear. You have to manually link it up. Just head to the My Profile tab, punch in your social security number or your DOHS PIN, and hit Retrieve. Just a quick heads up, it might take up to 24 hours for everything to fully load in on your screen. Next up, Section 4, Navigating Status Updates. Okay, so once you're in, the dashboard is actually really straightforward. If you click right over to the Applications tab on the left-hand menu, you get a real-time ledger of your application. You'll see exactly when it was submitted, the specific program you applied for, and its current status. I mean, think about the time you're saving here. Total transparency and absolutely zero elevator music on hold. Now, let's decode those status markers. Pending just means your application has made it into the system. Under review tells you a caseworker is actively looking at your file. But the big one you really want to watch out for is awaiting supporting documentation. If you see that, it's a giant flashing sign that the state needs something from you, like proof of income or residency, before they can actually approve you. So what if they do need more paperwork? Skip the fax machine, just use the portal's document upload feature. Pro tip, you can literally just use your smartphone for this. Just snap a clear photo of your document, make sure all 4 corners are visible in the frame so nothing's cut off, and upload it. Boom! You've just created an instant, time-stamped digital paper trail proving exactly when you submitted your stuff. Let's pivot to Section 5, Troubleshooting Common Errors. Look, technology glitches happen. If you get a blank screen or you're stuck in an endless login loop, run through this quick checklist. First, know that the state loves doing late night and weekend system updates. So if it's 2 a.m. on a Saturday, maybe just give it an hour and try again. Also, strict security software can sometimes freak out at the portal's login redirects. Turning off your pop-up blockers, disabling any active VPNs, or just clearing your browser's cache will seriously fix about 99% of the access issues you run into. Finally, Section 6, Resources and Next Steps. You're definitely going to want to keep these numbers handy, but you have to know who to call for what. The WV Path Help Desk, that is strictly for website login bugs, like if your account randomly gets locked. They literally can't answer healthcare questions. For actual Medicaid eligibility or application questions, you need the DOHS hotline. And if you're looking at specialized waiver programs, like the Aged and Disabled Waiver, you'll want to ring the Bureau of Senior Services. What happens if you check your status online and, unfortunately, see a denial? First off, don't just give up. In West Virginia, you have up to 90 days to request a fair hearing and appeal that decision. But pay incredibly close attention to the effective date printed on your notice. That specific date is the official starting line for your 90-day countdown to challenge the denial. Just a quick but super important reminder here. While this explainer gives you the technical roadmap based on our source material, we aren't taking the place of your caseworker. You always want to consult West Virginia Medicaid or the Department of Human Services directly for the official word on your specific, unique healthcare case. All right, now you've got the tools to set up your account, link your case, and navigate WB Path with total confidence. But let me ask you this. Are you ready to smoothly upload your documents when your annual renewal rolls around? Getting comfortable with this portal today basically guarantees you won't have to stress about a coverage lapse tomorrow. If the state is moving its bureaucracy online, shouldn't you be the one holding the digital keys to your own healthcare? Keep this explainer handy, share it with someone who might need it, and take control of your coverage today.